There we go. I started the stream, and then I immediately stopped it because I realized I hadn't updated my stream title. So now the stream title is correct. We are doing the Lyney story quest today. Woo, 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 woo! Hope everyone is having a nice day. Here in the US, it is supposed to be President's Day. But honestly, screw 'em. I think presidents are stupid, actually. Hot take. Alright. Gotta sneeze. And as soon as I say gotta sneeze, I don't sneeze. I get it now. I understand. If you need to sneeze and you don't want to sneeze, just say, I have to sneeze. And it'll probably stop it from happening. I don't know. Alright. All of the things are doing the thing. So I think we're set to go. Sorry, this was a little bit slower of a start. I think, anyway. Kind of a shorter, slower start. Already did the daily commissions. Expeditions, checking my Serenity pot, and I'm all set. We are just gonna dive in, I think, because I know that these story quests can be rather substantial. So let me see. I don't know why. I did the stamina food, but something tells me that it's probably unnecessary. Whatever. Did I see a chest out of the corner of my eye, or was it a shadow? Nope, I did see a chest.
Quick, let's pack it up.
Alright. Anything back here? Probably not. Climb, climb, climb. There's some boxes, but no other chests. All these tall buildings remind me so much of Mondstadt and looking for chests behind buildings in Mondstadt. Alright. I have nothing much to say besides I'm just excited to finally start an actual story quest on stream. Obviously, I've played many a story quest in this game. It is! Oh, I should wait. Gem Merchant said he would use the rocks to make some kind of new accessories. How far along is he with that, though? What happened? Did I mess up the lines or something? Weird. Oh yeah, before I jump in.
Paimon has a funny feeling that we might be in for an interesting time if we go check it out. Shall we?
Sure, why not? Alright, I gotta readjust my windows here. And then I will see everything I want to see. It's a Monday, so it's been 2 days since I streamed, so I'm like, okay, what did I do last time? And then it was good, and I should keep doing that. Alright! Let's find out where this is gonna take us.
So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
What? A Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double.
Huh?
Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
His name is Abagnale? Oh, it's voice acted, so hopefully they'll pronounce his name for me.
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Oh, huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here.
Hello, hello.
Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
I haven't heard the buzz. I must be out of the loop.
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from a decade ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it. Well, not to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story goes like this. 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine. Known only as the Weasel, nobody knew his true identity, and the authorities never managed to catch him.
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those mysterious night burglars that you read about in novels.
Precisely.
Indeed.
Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our Weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his predations.
Oh. If something was special.
He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday.
Ugh.
I know.
What?
The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprisingly, this didn't work wonders for his public reputation. Every man and his dog wanted to see him behind bars.
Huh.
Yeesh. So, did they catch him?
Is this gonna be Lyney, or is it just gonna be someone related to Lyney that Lyney knows?
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago.
I guess 10 years ago, Lyney was not a man, so...
A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a
magician?
high-altitude escape performance.
What is it with botched magicians' acts around here?
When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all.
The police went through his personal effects. Uh-huh. So he was a musician.
Sure enough,
Or
that's in fact
magician.
what went
Blech.
down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters.
So people thought it was
and
Caesar.
pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclese for all to see. I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one.
Oh boy. Like, I see some L's and J's, but also some things that don't even look like letters.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the Opera House, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
Dear to me. So is it a copycat? Or is it like a copycat who knew the previous Weasel?
This is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance.
What a weird name.
What once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why has he reemerged now? And what does he want? I sense an epic scoop, and I'm going for it.
Okay.
If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be targeted?
I mean, anyone has something they value, I guess. Unless you're a Buddhist or something, maybe. They might try to nab you, little Paimon. Or your snacks.
Oh, let him try. In fact, Paimon's gonna eat all our snacks right now. Let's see what he can do about that.
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the public are very concerned about the Phantom Weasel's reappearance. Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter.
There's
the interview
Lyney.
notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing, though.
So that must be his idol animation. That's cool.
Something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the Weasel. Is that who I think it is?
How about local magicians?
Lyney!
Performing some magic.
Magic. Magician. Caesar! The Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lyney!
Okay.
You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them. Perhaps there's a connection there.
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
Oh, relax. My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go. No time for delay.
I didn't realize Charlotte was going to be such a big part of this quest. Here we go! Alright. Onwards to more dialogue!
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, they don't know his name, they just call him Mr. Magician?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy, which means we can read other people's minds.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind, as if to say, no, I mustn't let him guess it.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. But the more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out.
Ooh, that sounds like a theme.
You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play. Now, that's not a good habit.
You can tell?
Aww.
Oh boy, you really can read my mind.
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home. Remember to apologize to your family, all right? They must be worried about you.
All right, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
Lyney's coattails in the back are so cool.
Hey, Lyney.
I love how it's like a bow, but it's a bow that kind of is coattails once it goes down. That's a perfect way to describe that fashion piece. Whatever.
Why, hello. We meet again. Are you looking for me? What's the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expressions. That, plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. He made it easy for me. You guys, on the other hand... Let me guess. Don't tell me you're here for the Phantom Weasel, are you?
Aha.
Got it in one. Is this more of your trickery at work?
I mean, it's Charlotte, so...
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Lyney, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry? Why?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing there.
Oh?
Huh. What are the chances? Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
Oh boy.
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off.
Aww.
So once the contents of that letter get out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show.
I thought it would have the opposite effect for some reason, but since this weasel is actually, like, stealing important stuff, then yeah, that makes sense.
But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves me with only one choice. I have to expose the Phantom Weasel's identity before the show begins.
Really?
Ooh.
So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel between a famous magician and an infamous thief? Wow, this has exclusive written all over it.
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious crook, infamous for his inscrutable methods.
You're being far too modest, Lyney. I think your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those of a thief.
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say, I don't care much for the comparison. A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without the person noticing. But there's an important difference that these people overlook. Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's gone!
That's the question. Where did it go?
I love when the traveler's face is like really big eyes.
Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
A surprise? Let me see!
Oh! Now, I wonder what that looks like for Ether.
But how? You haven't moved this whole time!
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lyney, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate.
So,
Clearly, magic is the superior art form to theft.
whenever it comes to magic tricks and stuff, I can't help thinking about Penn and Teller and, you know, breaking down the mystique around magic tricks. And I'm like, okay, so was the traveler in on it from the beginning to make the trick work, or what?
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
Aw.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism? For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters.
Oh.
But you used a Lumidu spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was any deeper meaning behind this choice.
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism.
Same
I'm
here.
just in the habit of using Lumidu spells in my magic. It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of Fontaine's Floral Language Facts when I have some time. But it'll have to wait until this phantom weasel business is behind us.
Now, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but I could swear I saw some, like, Twitter theory crafting that talked about Lyney giving a flower to the traveler and the meaning of that flower having, like, some kind of significance. But this whole conversation makes it sound like Lyney is either just that's just a made-up thing that Twitter made up, or maybe Twitter is alluding to something that happens later in this quest and we find out that Lyney was lying during this conversation. I'm not sure.
Well noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. I, for one, am looking forward to the final showdown between you and the thief.
So did her question about the flower have some relation to the phantom weasel?
Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. Otherwise, I will of course see you at your show in 3 days' time. But let's hope the phantom weasel is caught by then. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got no time to lose if I want to write that exclusive piece. I'll see you all later.
So,
We still have that flower.
can you tell us how you did that flower trick now?
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
No, show us.
Well, magicians are entitled to their secrets. But Paimon's really itching to know how it's done. You feel it too, right? So itchy.
And then Traveler completely ignores Paimon. That also makes me think that Traveler was in on it somehow. But I don't know how that would be possible since, like, we didn't talk to Lyney ahead of time, so...
Not so itchy then, huh? Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistants and help me investigate?
Magician's assistants?
I just spilled.
That sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too!
I want to be a magician!
Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done. Shall we go for it?
Excellent. Thank you for putting your trust in moi. The first thing we need to look into
Random
is who
French
Caesar
word.
really was. If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means that the Weasel is dead, and whoever wrote this warning letter is just a copycat criminal.
Right.
But if he wasn't the Weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. It would mean that the Weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine. And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée Gemma is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there. We should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
Alrighty. Gift of parting. Let me see. Is that in here somewhere? Or is it maybe a quest item? Oh, here it is. A flower accessory given away by Lyney at magic shows. Yeah, it must... So, he's done the trick before. Gift of parting. Alright, so... we have to go underground for this. Let's see. Which are all the places that we can use to go underground? Is this a spot? Or is it the... like... I know there's stairs some places. I just want to go there, like, organically. But maybe I should just... use the teleporter. Yeah. Figure it out later. I'm not sure how long this story quest is gonna be, so
where we go.
in order
As
to
long as I
actually
have
get
my
it all on
friends with me.
stream, I don't want to dawdle too long. Wait a second. Wait, what's this? A tea party most thorny. The serial disappearances... Oh, right. Wait. So this is... Oh, this is the Archon quest. I don't want to do that yet. I'm holding off on that one for now. I was exploring a little bit on this island the last few days. Let's do some more stamina. I'll do a little bit of running around. Hello, everybody.
I see everything.
Another test subject.
Trust and rebuild.
Goodness.
Everyone hold hands.
Whee! Alright, not much else here. Come on, give us some nice Fontaine music, game. There it is. Sorry for a little bit of noise in the background. Oh, here we go. Hi, Lynette. I think Lynette is flippin' adorable. I love her design so much. She's cute, 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 cute.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Lynette. We're working as Lyney's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
My thought is she would probably want to avoid the paparazzi now that there's the weasel story out there.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around.
What? You're gonna ask people while they're paying respects? Oh, come on. This is so tacky. Oh well.
Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance? Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why either. She's heartsick.
Oh man, 10 years later.
Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often she just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in thought. Sometimes she talks to herself.
Oh my gosh.
I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé all about how her life is going.
I mean, that's fine and everything, but wow. Every
She's
week.
been doing this ever since Caesar passed away?
Mm-hmm.
So 10 years. Wow. Their love must have been really strong.
Oh
bet.
my goodness.
Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years.
Oh, right. If everyone thought he's the Phantom Weasel.
I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her. Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be sitting in front of his grave by now. I wonder if she's okay.
Alright, my first guess is that the person we're talking about is the Phantom Weasel.
Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking some other people.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Because that note was like, oh, I'll take something important from you just like you took something important from me. Do we have the note? Parker's Hopes. Ancient volume. No, I guess we don't really have anything.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true and what isn't. But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if this weasel's the real deal and Caesar was framed?
There's also that.
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children on the street, for Pete's sake. What, are we supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
I don't know. Well,
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, oh, that gosh darn lousy son of a, you think you know a guy, or words to that effect.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Caught red-handed.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it. Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar?
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon. only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from the inside. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really incredible stuff.
So, a transparent balloon, not an invisible balloon, but a transparent balloon? And then it was empty, and then he pops it, and then a bunch of pigeons comes out of nowhere. Okay.
I saw him perform
Cool.
too.
So it's
He
like a
always used to bring some
transparent
gifts
balloon to
along for
prove
the
that there's
kids who
no
came to
birds
watch the
inside
show,
the balloon
and he'd
first.
hand them out after he was done.
That's so cute.
Sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
What if he's like stealing those items to give to the kids?
Huh. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But I
But
think
after
one of the
he died,
examples
there were
was
also rumors
that
that he
the
used
weasel
the wish list to find
stole
out
from
what was
kids.
precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
right.
Whatever the case, now that the weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time. Oh, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma.
Okay.
Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong? Wait, it looks like she's injured.
What?
Come on, let's see if she's okay.
I mean,
Hi there. You're Gemma, right?
this is like totally setting it up to be like she's the weasel, right? Like, feels pretty strong.
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern. But you didn't answer my question. Who are you? And what do you want with me?
My name is Lyney, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this.
I feel like Lyney's making a lot of assumptions about the case and everything. But I guess you have to start from somewhere.
I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the weasel.
Oh, okay.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I know of.
Ooh, Lynette is pausing, like that doesn't line up with what she knows?
Got it.
Maybe?
All right. Sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
I'm gonna mute for a second and drink some juice while we continue this.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade ago. It makes sense that she'd be wary around us.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure why we decided to just ambush her like this when she's visiting the grave of her beloved.
In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Boer tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our plan.
Okay. So, that's the first 30 minutes or so of the quest.
My time with the Spina taught me that character.
I'm going to check really quick and see what I can expect in terms of how long this quest is. Sorry for the tippity-tappity. Do-do-do-do-do. Burp. Excuse me. Oh, wait a second. I'm using super duper the wrong browser for this. I appreciate your patience. Okay. So the Felis Fuscus chapter is just 1 act long. And oh, there's 1 act and then there's 4 parts to it. So what did we just start? Oops. The Magician's Secret. So we're about to start the 2nd part. All right. Cool, cool. I guess we can just jump right back in. Set this all up again. Do. Thanks everyone for watching along, whether this is on YouTube or Twitch. Definitely come and join in. Let's see, am I supposed to go a day or 2 days? Consider watching along on Twitch live. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays is my intended schedule, like starting at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. Ooh, really quick stretch. Stretch. Stretching good. Okay, that's the Archon quest. We want this one, the Magician's Secret. There we are. Alright, onwards. What's our next plan?
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. So, we need a contingency plan. Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant.
Lorenzo.
When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. But Lorenzo was the only one privy to all his magic secrets, and he inherited his craft.
Uh-huh. Sounds like we have a suspect.
Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy.
Oh boy.
He's since left the magic scene though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies.
Oh no.
I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned though, I hear he's got a hair-triggered temper. We'd best be careful.
Okay, I wonder if this guy is the bad guy. I don't know, I'm just getting a feeling. Let's see. Okay, we've been here before. Right, yeah, we were on the 2nd floor doing filming for that one event.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Got a deep voice. Oh, Lyney has like little highlights in his hair. It's cute.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Lyney stroking his ego.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
I feel like I've heard this guy's voice before.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may well be his target. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar, who...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel, and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Lyney.
What
Look,
do
my
you know?
patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic show in any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Heck yeah.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking to do?
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't talk. So if you really care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
That sounded like a threat.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man? Want to grab a drink with me?
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say? Live fast, die young. You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey. Edmondo. He and I are business pals. We worked together a bunch of times.
The voice actor, like, had a huge pause before he said his name, so it almost sounded like he was making it up, but the subtitles didn't make there be a pause, so that's probably his name.
This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway, point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into.
Ooh!
He's still into, from what I hear.
What?
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
Uh-huh.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Lyney, be my guest.
That was really convenient that Edmundo came over there and was like, here's a lot of information. It almost feels like maybe he was faking being drunk and he's trying to give us clues. I don't know.
But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
I mean, we did get some information, apparently.
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that?
Oh, they don't even know each other. Wow.
He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him.
Yeah. Edmondo. Outside? Upside? Upstairs? Outside. Edmondo. Oh no, he's not doing well.
You okay there?
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to ride it out.
He seems
I
genuine,
said
I think.
way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin. Note to self, no more drunken chats when Lorenzo's around.
He's got a good voice actor.
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off? Paimon knew he was a bad egg.
Hey! Keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions. Or make an enemy out of him.
What kind
Golly.
of bad things?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm leaving.
This voice acting is great.
And there he goes. What do we do now, Lyney?
Shh. I think we're being watched.
Oh.
Someone was listening in to our whole conversation. Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We better take this elsewhere.
Okay. Yikes. Alright, I'm actually going to take a quick 5-minute break or so, and then we'll jump right back in to continue with Lyney's story quest. Go ahead and get up, stretch, get something to drink, all that fun stuff, and we'll be back at about 2:26 p.m. PST. Okay, we are back, and so the quest continues with our search for the true identity of the Phantom Weasel. All right. I guess I'll just hop right over here. As you can see, I still have some world quests I haven't picked up yet in Fontaine. I'm trying to just pick them up in order, I guess. Oh, there's one over here, too. Excuse me. All right. I sure am looking forward to finally leveling up Navia's talents. I've maxed out basic stuff with her, Her weapon is level 80. She's level 80. Her artifacts are level 20 across the board. I could use, like, another two-piece set to go with this two-piece set, but yeah. Her talents, however, require this stuff, which you need to finish the Archon quests in order to get it. So, since the Archon quests are from, like, patch 4.2 or something, I think it was, I want to do all the stuff from patches 4.0 and 4.1 first, before doing 4.2 stuff. So I'm holding off. And I know I could, like, fight that boss and get those materials now, but I want to do immersion and stuff and do it in order and whatever. This music!
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
Man, we went a long way to lure these people out. Is this...
So you're Lyney. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today?
I'm assuming this isn't the Navia's people. What is that? The Cille de Rose? I forget.
Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us.
Smooth-faced Pacino. What a name.
The tone of your voice, mister. Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions,
Pedro
Missy.
De Niro, are you
ain't
kidding?
getting answers where you're going. Capiche?
Looks like we can't avoid this fight.
Alright, do I get to use Lyney?
Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
No problem.
Don't worry, we got this.
Let's beat them up. Alright, show me what you do, Lyney. Ah.
Step right up.
Okay, so I can mark them like that. That's cool. Should I do, like, burning or something? Oh my gosh!
Curses. Tougher than we thought.
Nahida's kind of OP.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
What? Did you guys try to intimidate Gemma?
Come on, let's scram.
Arrgh.
Guys, we ain't through with you yet. Oh, they got away. Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about intimidating someone else. Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic, and they've already done it to someone else, but who? You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday.
Oh my gosh, they attacked her? Or something?
Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
That's not out of the question. Oh my gosh.
If that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore.
That's right, we can give her protection.
Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
Golly. What a bunch of jerks. Well, any other chests that I can find on my way as I travel around the city? Mayhaps not. Not here anyway. Oh, aha! I like it.
I'm loving this treasure hunt.
Good, good. Alright. Oh yeah, this is the, wait, what are they called? Myrcene? The Myrcene that's named Mint. What a cute name. Anything to pick up around here? Just back here, maybe? I feel like I should take advantage of the down points to do just a slight amount of world exploration. Nothing there. You guys have the same hair color. Is that just a coincidence?
Gemma?
What?
You again.
I would be
What is it this time?
excited as heck if it turned out they were related or something.
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you. We gave them a taste of their own medicine. So, you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Because we're investigating it.
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well, and I hate them with every fiber of my being.
Oh boy.
It's been 10 long years, and still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid.
Oh my gosh.
How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all? And why are you doing this?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Now, is he saying personal matter because of his show coming up in 3 days? Or is there something else he's not telling us?
Okay. How can I help you?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since. I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around. If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
No worries. Sounds like just another dungeon.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. Alright. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously.
There it is! See, one of the reasons I think she's really cute is that she's probably a robot. Kind of, maybe. I want to learn more about her! No spoilers, please. Okay. Now... Okay, under here. I have to make sure I don't accidentally trigger the Archon quest instead. It looks so cool down here. Even though it's all dark and dingy, it's still very colorful. You know what I mean? Those rich blues and reds. Alright.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first. There we go. It should be just down here.
Ooh. Alright. What kind of team do we need to bring? Pyro. So, obviously they're gonna give me Lyney. But... yeah, this makes the most sense to me. I'll just bring Sucrose National. I do wish it had a little bit more healing, but it has enough healing. Ooh, what the? Oh yeah, Fontaine characters have like cool effects on their vision. Although, why his vision doesn't have the pyro symbol? Oh wait, no, that's the vision. So this is the Fontaine thing that's like Usia or Numa, I guess. I have been told that I should consider pulling for Lyney. Oh, he's got the number 2 there. So, how does he work? I've been told that I should pull for him if I want to have a charged shot bow user character on my account, which is something I'm kind of interested in. Okay. Charged level 1, charged level 2. Okay. Interesting. Grin, Malkin, Hat. Can taunt nearby opponents and attract their attacks. Right, makes sense. The Hat will inherit a percentage of Lyney's max HP. What does inherit mean? I've never heard that word used to describe gameplay. Okay. Prop surplus stacks. Is that related to the something here? Is there stacks? Is it here? Prop surplus? Okay. Oh, a prop arrow. Am I skimming too much? Maybe it's later in here. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out as I go, because I just... reading text like that is hard enough when I'm not streaming. And before you say, well, you're reading all sorts of text in World Quests, at least those are a narrative. When I'm reading instructions, I'm just like, this is boring. Well, I just noticed that Lyney's HP went down, so clearly when you use him, his HP goes down, at least when you do a charged shot. Huh. Interesting. What? Whoa.
So this was Caesar's workshop.
Which way? Oh!
Nothing suspicious.
I jumped at the wrong time.
Let's head in further.
I died. Let's try that again. So I need to hop to the other side, and then it will go up or forward. Brilliant. Just really quick, I want to see, does his elemental skill cut his HP also? He will clear stuff. Damage increase according to stacks clear. This will also regenerate HP based on his max HP. So you want to use his normal attacks and then use his elemental skill, I guess. Okay. Balloons. Balloon.
What was that? Is this one of Caesar's gadgets?
What?
He must have triggered some sort of device.
Oh. Okay. So firing it is what takes the HP. And then I can do this to regain HP. Understood. There's some enemies up ahead. What a whimsical level this is. I kind of love it. I would like some stamina food, thank you very much.
Adventure time.
Oh, I don't have any ult charge. Burst charge. I don't know if that's my fault or if they just start you from the bottom.
Now disappear.
Nice and spicy. Stand clear.
Okay, we're getting there. There we go.
And voila!
I don't know what the best way to use him is. Oops. There we go. And then...
Now disappear!
Ta-da!
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing.
Wait. Am I looking the wrong place? What? What doll? What box? Uh-huh. Oh.
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
Wait. Huh? What the? What doll? Did I completely not look at the right thing? I don't see anything. I'll just go through this door, I guess. Is there something to talk to? Wish list? What? I want a bucket of fried chicken that never runs out. I'd like a new bag. There's no such thing as fried chicken that never runs out. Just as there's no such thing as children who will never grow up. Also, eating too much fried food is bad for you. Make sure to pair it with something healthy, like salad. Alright? Caesar. Oh my gosh, he's so kind and... Aww. That's adorable. I'm confused by what Paimon said just now. I wanna know what she was talking about, but I can't climb this stuff. So... I guess that's it for this room. That was really weird. She's like, look, the doll is glowing in the box. I'm like, what doll? What glowing? What box? Oh well. Let's go into this thing, I guess.
Rain outlines your fate.
Cute music. Ooh. Woo! Huh. Start.
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest.
Yeah.
Let's investigate.
Okay, I'm looking at it. Okay, now it looks like it's the same. I'll just try to hit it. Right, okay. Ah! For some reason, it thinks I'm still holding on to it, but I'm not. I'm not holding on to it, so I'm just gonna do this. Stop it! Okay, that was weird.
And voila!
Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know what that did, but I solved whatever it was. Okay, and then there's that one that's different. And it's gonna fly in the air. And I'll hit it. What? Huh? Is he a charged all the way shot? Maybe it needs to be Usia or Numa aligned or something. Look, it's still stuck in the thing! I have to jump to get out of it. That's weird.
Step right up.
Very, very weird. It's nice that he heals himself so much. Anything for me to pick up? Any chests? No. Okay. Alrighty. I'm so happy that it's a new design for the dungeon and it's not the same old stuff that we've gotten used to in the other nations.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop.
Really?
There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few
Really?
devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption.
Really?
If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere.
Oh.
Ha! If I just move this book, then hopefully... And... presto!
Ta-da!
Secret passageway! How did you know?
I'm a magician too. And apparently, great minds really do think alike.
I see a
Looks pretty
chest.
big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
All right. Doot, 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 doot. What cute, whimsical music. Alright. Like, what should I do?
I'm going in!
Do I do this, and then I switch, and then I use his thing? Or something?
Time to act.
And then this?
Now disappear!
Maybe? I don't really know.
Right, man?
I haven't used his ult yet, but I haven't really needed to. What the? What the? That was weird. Oh yeah, stop that. Is he Numa aligned or Usia aligned? Numa aligned, okay.
And voila!
Wow.
No, my sword!
Alright. Chest. Alright, let's try to do the burst thing.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Step right up.
There we go. What a fun burst, for real.
Absorption test.
Oh, I didn't swirl anything. Oh well.
Body and mind. No, my sword!
Why have you stopped, Lyney? Is there some device in that box?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right. See you in a bit.
Okay. Stay careful and cautious. I didn't like Shinsho's new skin at first when they revealed it, but actually using it in game, it's really nice. Like, you're always looking at these skins from the back, you know what I mean? So the fact that it has a really nice decal on the back is nice. I think that's great, actually. Oh, it's a puzzle. Okay. Ah, so it's very similar to what we did in Sumeru. Okay. So maybe I can catch that one at the end, or close to the end. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think I have to end over there. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, easy peasy. I can't tell if we're infiltrating or if we are being lured into a trap. I'm not gonna lie.
Body and mind.
Wow.
Ooh.
There's a hidden room here.
Pretty.
Let's see. Oh, this bookcase is full of Caesar's own notes. He wrote a lot about the principles of magic. Whew. Much too advanced for Paimon. Hey, look! Is that Caesar's diary on the table?
Uh-huh.
This book's thick as a brick! Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
Okay. About
At
the
one of
wish
my
list.
shows a few days ago, A child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer. Enthusiastically.
Of course they would.
As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things
He
they
would
wanted.
buy the things for
My
them.
legs sore. I wound up saving very little this month.
Oh my
But
gosh.
that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. How am I going to hide all these things inside my hat? 2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these 2. I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. They seemed so committed. I couldn't turn them down. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me about it. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those 2 children. I'll have to talk him around. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented.
2
It
kids?
seems like they're not new to the world of magic.
Did Lyney know Caesar personally and just didn't tell us?
They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses here. Compared to them, I don't deserve to be called any sort of master.
So he's humble.
With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up too fast.
Yeah, it's definitely
I don't
Lyney and
dare to
Lynette.
imagine what they must have been through.
Yep.
Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but then again, I've never been the sharpest tool in the shed. It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the 2 kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads.
It's so interesting how he's writing this in a way that conceals the identity of the kids. It's almost like, random kids on the street that you're meeting. You don't want to, you want to change the names to protect the innocent kind of thing.
I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. Sounds like their parents have other plans for them. I guess we'll be parting ways soon.
Aww.
It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities now. They're very tough, but also very cautious, and they trust no one but each other. This, I fear, is not a good habit to have. They hide things from me too. For example, when I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied. That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, it always shows somehow. I can sense that their lives have been hard, possibly even dangerous too. They're not like other children. It's a shame that I can't do more to help them.
This quest feels like it's a lot about adults wanting a better life for kids, and wanting to make the scary world less scary for kids.
After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. It's full of lies and falsehoods, and that is why we must find our own truth. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. Will it do them more harm than good for someone they've only known 10 days to lecture them like that? P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other. I bet they've already forgotten every word I said. Oh, Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business next time.
Oh my gosh, this guy sounds like me. Second guessing themselves.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lyney and Lynette, don't you think?
Yeah, I think.
So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Lyney.
Let's go ask. Lyney, I hope you're still alive. Good.
Lyney?
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you found?
All in good time.
What?
Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is performed.
What?
First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance. Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description. Paimon can really picture it.
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished, as if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion.
Nice.
Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking. The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy.
Oh my goodness.
He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. No one could hope to survive that fall. Not without a vision, at least. And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what it could gather from his notes and the relevant gadgets here in his workshop.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done, huh?
Oh,
Paimon was about to
man.
say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's probably for the best that no one else tries to do it.
I feel like we're gonna see it before the end of this quest.
Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician go? How does he get out?
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance, and it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about. Once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible.
From where they're standing, they can see the front, sides, and bottom. Oh, yeah, got it.
Point,
right.
The magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view. He then escapes through this trap door onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to ground level.
Goes from the roof to ground level.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably
How do you do that
it.
fast and quietly?
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's mood and reactions. That takes an exceptional degree of showmanship.
Right.
There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock and grief of a tragic accident to the joy and laughter of a mesmerizing magic trick. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician, but unfortunately, even he didn't manage to pull it off.
Well, I mean, it had to have been a setup. because if he cares about people that much, then he's not going to, like Penn and Teller talked about this before, where it's like you have a duty to your audience to never endanger yourself or others and show something horrific on stage to a whole group of people against their consent, you know what I mean? So I'm sure Caesar did that trick with the utmost confidence that he knew what he was doing, and he got betrayed by Lorenzo or something like that.
So, how did it go so wrong? You said you found some fishy stuff here.
That's my theory anyway.
What really happened?
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And, sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Okay. Nothing suspicious there.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact left-handed. Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their suspicion. The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, the falsehoods become all the more difficult to mask. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires sacrifices.
Reminds me of filmmaking, kind of.
But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left.
Okay.
Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature.
Right.
He'd barely need to think about what he was doing because muscle memory would guide him through. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly, his heart skipped a beat. It wasn't there. Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two, until the bottom of the box gave way. With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his death was due to his own error.
When in reality, someone switched the boxes, and they did it to murder him. But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed? That would be difficult to pull off, no?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed, and who could move his props around without arousing suspicion. Someone who was always by his side. Isn't that right, Lorenzo?
Dun dun dun! Okay, we're already doing this.
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you? There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me to deal with. But I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good for you and back off like the lady, but you disappoint me.
You mean Gemma?
Boy.
So you are the one who's been threatening her!
Yep.
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you people, you never even knew him, but for some reason you just wouldn't drop it.
Yeah, speaking of that.
Which is why you can't leave this place alive. Take them out, and make it quick.
Do your worst!
These people don't even have visions, right? Like, goodness sakes.
Everybody stand back! Hot rain outlines your fate.
Out of the frying pan!
To P308. Let's light it up. Nice and spicy.
Oh wait, Lorenzo's just over there. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna do this some more. I like the sounds. Ooh, big thing.
No, my sword. Ring cutter. Booba, get them. Absorption test.
All right.
Now disappear.
I didn't get a chance to use the burst, but oh well. Ooh, ooh. What are you doing? Whoa! He punched him using a card?
Oh, you kids are tougher than you look.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar?
If I had a Mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolize Caesar, everyone else did. But I was the real genius magician. Me!
Oh, is he gonna go on about like, Caesar was just an idiot and didn't know what he was doing, and I was the one doing the hard work?
He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The aristocrats doffed their hats to me!
Oh, okay. You just continued doing magic after Caesar died, and you decided instead of doing it for kids on the street and not making money, you would actually, like, do it for rich people and make a lot of money.
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like. I hated Caesar. All he cared about was his magic. He lived and breathed it.
Okay, now you're making it sound like you loved Caesar and you were jealous of magic or something.
Poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him. Never bothering to think about Mora.
That's not your problem.
What sort of fool devotes their life to the art of deception and never has a Mora to show for it?
Oh, Lord.
But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?" Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had.
I mean, I guess if, like, you became an apprentice because apparently in Fontaine, master magicians are all about spoiling their apprentices, so you probably were like, yeah, that sounds like a great life, and then you just ended up with the wrong master magician, I guess. Just leave, in that case.
He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their Mora. There was nothing he hated more than that.
What do you mean, trick people out of their Mora? What are you gonna do?
And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me, and it would destroy me.
What would he expose? What have you got to hide?
I had to kill him. There was no other way. He had to go.
Am I missing something? Like, genuinely, I'm not sure if I'm missing something here.
This was your only motive?
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play.
I know. It's actually super shallow.
Maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
Oh yeah, that got brought up at some point.
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, he's in denial. Okay.
Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question.
So
Are you the Phantom Weasel?
Lorenzo was in love with Gemma, and then saw Gemma's in love with Caesar, and then Caesar's just in love with magic. Like, I don't think we've heard Caesar in relation to showing his love for Gemma yet, but interesting.
I am.
Oh! Sorry, that probably peaked. Is that better? I'll check that out in the VOD and see if that helps. I just kind of pointed my face to the ceiling and screamed that direction instead.
Caesar was so strict with me. He insisted that his way was the right way. That the sole purpose of magic was to bring joy to the world.
Sounds good to me. And I wonder what kind of strict he's talking about. Like, what if it's just, you know, Caesar saying, hey, maybe don't, like, start a crazy business where you turn it into this weird, crazy capitalist nightmare and you're charging huge amounts of money and making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. This is just magic, bro. Let's just have fun with it. And improve the world with it without Mora being a part of it.
I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me fill my pockets with all kinds of valuable treasures.
Right. So if you're the Phantom Weasel, that means that you're using magic to steal from people, basically. Or, you know, using sleight of hand, essentially.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people valued, no matter how much it was worth.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items.
Huh.
I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
Sounds pretty accurate to me.
So, that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again during your trial.
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your jaws. You've seen what's here, and my last-ditch effort to stop it getting out has failed. What else can I do?
I really like this guy's voice actor. It's really good.
So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years, the likes of which Caesar could never give me. I wouldn't choose for things to end this way, but I regret nothing.
Very well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm back.
Now the question is, this is really early in the quest. I already know there's 2 more parts to go, so like, what's gonna happen next? Yep, we're still in the Magician's Secret. Leave the workshop. Anything I forgot or overlooked? I assume not. Bye!
Lyney has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
So, like, did he write the letter that got posted recently?
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What
I'm
kind
assuming
of disciple
so.
murders their own master? I hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lyney? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Right, hopefully.
We should go tell Gemma the good news right away. It'll give her some peace of mind for sure.
Alright, we're still on this quest. I feel like we're gonna see something once we get there. But I don't know, I like writing what's gonna happen before it happens. I should just be patient and see how things play out. Whee! Any other chests in the area? Do 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 do. What's up, Mint?
Looks like no more free copies for me.
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my 3rd dessert.
What? What kind of dessert? Tell me about it.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
Like, she can't be a robot if she's eating food, though.
That's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
There's something up with her, man.
Well, it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Point taken.
You gotta take care of your teeth and your heart.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry. I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
It's okay. We understand. He did threaten you. Paimon would find it hard to trust strangers in your position, too. But you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be okay.
Sorry. Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking into it. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me, and then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So I never had the courage to speak out. Thank you all. Truly. Thank you so much.
Everyone goes to the cemetery to announce Lorenzo's arrest and hold a memorial for Caesar. Yeah!
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great.
Seems like it was kind of a Jonathan Joestar and Dio Brando situation kind of thing. There was that period in the first episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Phantom Blood, when they're trying to make it look like they're totally getting along and they're totally fine, but in their hearts, you know, Jonathan is like, I don't think I can trust Dio, but whatever.
To think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty. At least his soul can finally rest in peace now, thanks to your efforts.
Gosh.
If only I'd realized before it was too late.
Oh my gosh,
Don't blame
lady.
yourself, Gemma. This isn't your fault. Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
Yeah, especially not 10 years later. Golly. That's awful.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you like to come along? It might raise your spirits.
Not to say that it's bad to feel bad after 10 years of not having your love in your life. Like, I'm not blaming her for feeling bad. I'm just kind of saying golly to the writing here, mostly. You know, you deserve to, live your life the way you want to live it. If you're in the past, you can't experience the present. All that stuff.
This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
Something's gonna happen. I just know it.
Caesar's honor.
Lyney's shows are cursed. I know it.
I'll be there.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic show.
Oh, yeah.
Paimon feels like we're forgetting something.
Yeah, the letter.
Oh yeah, Caesar's diary!
Oh, right.
We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Lyney and Lynette or not.
I mean...
Lyney changed the topic back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to ask Lyney tomorrow evening.
I guess so. Alright, so that gets us started on The Truest Thing, which I think is part 3 of this story quest. I think this is definitely a good place to stop the story quest. I'll just stream for another 10 minutes or so. It's looking like it's a pretty slow day over here on Twitch, at least for Genshin Impact streams, that's for sure. I think it's the last time, yeah. Drops, I think, are stopping today, I want to say. So, that doesn't make much difference to me. I didn't start streaming because I wanted to get in on the campaign. Just happened to be at the same time. But all that is to say, I'll keep today's stream to just a basic 2-hour stream, and then I'll stream again on Wednesday as originally planned, and we'll see if more people show up. Another thing I did recently was I actually started a nearby world quest about the Narcissenkreuze or something like that. So I'm looking forward to that. I've been told that it's pretty great. But I don't want to start that right before the end of stream either, so. How are we doing in this section? So we're 90% in barrel and 94% in bellu. I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce that, but I did my best. I was finding some stuff around here earlier today that I hadn't done yet, so maybe I'll go back to this area and see if there's anything else I left behind. Perhaps. I like the first part of that quest. That was a fun little thing. It was really interesting to see it unfold and all that. I thought it was pretty well written. And it feels like it's just gonna get even more, perhaps, complicated or interesting once we go to the show, and then it's like, oh my gosh, a thing happened, even though we caught Lorenzo. So there's someone who isn't Caesar and isn't Lorenzo who's doing this thing, whatever the thing is. I don't know what it is, but there's no way that the show goes on without a hitch. It's just my genius intuition that tells me. Yeah, it's pretty telegraphed. Who am I kidding? So that's where the world quest is that I'm doing. It's underground / underwater over there. But I kind of want to, like, do more stuff in the water areas. Maybe I could just do more exploring in the Court of Fontaine. 39%. Yeah. I could go check out the rooftop some more. Oh, but I have to be careful not to trigger the Archon quest while I'm doing it. I hope everybody was able to get today off. I know not every job out there gives President's Day off. At least for those people that are living in the US. It is quite annoying to me in the US that federal holidays give you a day off only if you are like a salaried position or your company observes it or whatever. And generally that means that it's white collar workers and blue collar workers are different. Well, this looks pretty empty. I need to start somewhere higher up. Let's start from up here. So this means, I guess on Wednesday, I will definitely I feel like I should be able to finish that quest with one stream. And then Friday... So what am I gonna do after I finish Lyney's quest? There's a thought. At what point will I be satisfied that I've done enough stuff from patches 4.0 and 4.1? There lies the question, I guess. Okay, so that goes up there. If anything, I want to be like doing this area and then going across here and checking out this stuff too. Alright. I could pick up that road quest, but I like to keep my quest queue nice and clear. So I just leave it for later. Waterway hub. Show me your chests. Whatever they may be, common, precious, or exquisite. It'd be nice if it was a luxurious chest, of course. That nope. Do. No. I feel like I already got some of the stuff that was on the roofs over here in previous months. Whenever I hear that noise, I'm like, is that... I look at the map and I'm like, what was the noise being made of? Is it that icon that just showed up, maybe? That looks like a little money bag? I can't tell. Well, I'm coming up kind of empty here. In that case... I might as well dive into the ocean here. Check out more of the Court of Fontaine underwater section for the last 5 minutes of the stream or so. I absolutely love the underwater stuff here. I've said that before and I'll say it again. It's just magical. I'm gonna unlock this. Whee! Oh, hello. Wait. Leave me alone.
Stand with me.
Go. Where is the... Oh, it's that thing over there. There it is. It's a ship with a bird on it. Okay. I don't get to keep the underwater ability that I got. Oh well. It's alright. Okay, I should try to find where I left off last and then go from there. Ooh, is there a Hydroculus I can get? Pretty please? Is it up above? Oh! Is that something I can get if I do my super awesome Fontaine diving, inverted diving thing? Yes, it is! Oh. Now, do I still get... Nope, I don't. I lose it. It'd be nice if it kept it consistent a little bit longer. Just give me a little bit of a grace period. Uh-huh. Crab. Gimme. Okay, I think I basically left off in this vague area, and then I went over to the west, and that's where I ended up with the world quest that I'm in. So instead of going that direction, let's go the other way. Oh, pretty. So very pretty. Let's do a time trial and then we'll wrap things up. Uh-huh. Oh. Do I need to use a different kind of attack or something? I lose. Okay, so where is an ability that will do that? Oh, hi. There we go. I feel like I probably need the jellyfish ability? Or is it like the jellyfish that's like an exploding bomb thingy? Help me out here, ocean. Maritime flower. Boop. Give me what I need. There's another crab over there. And I don't think the stingray ability is gonna work. Is that a crab too? Yeah. That's not gonna work. That's the sonar thing. And then the sonar thing I also... It's a random Tidalga. Tidalga. I just wanted to do this short little time trial. What the heck? What the hey? At least the music is gorgeous and wonderful and calming. I love it so much. I really, really would love the explodey talent though, if I can find it. Is there an easy way to know where to find each of the different types? Here, maybe I can use this thing over here to travel quickly. Whoosh. 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 Is that Sonar Baby? That's Sonar Baby. Golly. Where? Well, feels like bad luck to leave it there. Let's teleport around just a little tiny bit. The blooper bus. Oh, the blubber beast we fed before. Yeah. I'm kind of in the middle of something, Paimon, but maybe, perhaps. Tidalga. More Tidalga. More Maritime flower. Okay, there's Stingray. Oh, this music is so pretty! I can't handle how pretty it is. Okay, well, we're right here anyway, so we might as well visit the Blubber Beast. Hello! Alright, where is our friendo? Is he up above somewhere? There's Barrel Conches. This makes me think of the Seattle aquarium a little bit. Wait a second, where is the little blubber beast? What the? I don't see our blubber beast friend. Oh wait, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. What's up, Berry Puff? Blah blah. Berry Puff seems to be able to recognize us now. That's right, it's us again. We brought you food too. Traveler, let's feed Berry Puff something delicious, just like last time, shall we? For some reason, Blubber Beast doesn't seem to be paying attention to you. What? What if we give you food? Will you pay attention to us then? Why aren't you eating anymore? Maybe it doesn't like this kind of food? No, that won't work. Being picky is bad. Well, Paimon wants to say that, but Berry Puff really looks pretty tired, so maybe pickiness is not the problem here. Hey, speaking about not being picky, it seems to be looking in that direction. Oh, it's got a friend. There's another Blubber Beast trapped by water weeds. So that's why it's been acting weirdly. It's too worried about its partner to eat. Traveler, let's cut off the water weeds and set its friends free. Alrighty. Let's do it. I need a stingray. Hey, stingray. And then I need to, like, cut it at the same time, I think. Line it up just right. What? There we go. Yay! Blub blub. Aww. Yay. Woohoo! Aww. It looks very happy. Well then, Traveler, let's give it some food. This time, the Blubber Beast sniffs the food you hand over inquiringly before swallowing it in one gulp, happily clapping its stomach afterwards. The Blubber Beast circles you a few times as if in thanks, then turns around. Through the partition of crystalline transparence, it joins its kindred in something akin to a song, their voices joyous. We did it! Seems like it's having a lot of fun with its own kind. Traveler, maybe we should leave them be for now. Alright. I wish we could get it out of here, though. Oh, wait, was there something about, like, it can't exist in normal ocean anymore or something? I can't remember now. Well, isn't that lovely? Well, I can't find the explodey skill thing. And that was a nice thing to have at the end of the stream anyway, so I think that's where we're gonna call it for now. But I hope you enjoyed, and please come back for the last part of Lyney's story quest. You can check me out on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Twitter at ShinyBotTV. Please definitely give me a follow or a subscription or whatever at those platforms. Since I'm just starting out, even one more follower or one more subscriber makes a big difference. So I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, you have a nice rest of your day, and we'll see you around next time, hopefully. Bye-bye!